If you're worried Social Security is about to slash your check by 22% and you're thinking about claiming early just to lock in whatever you can before the cuts hit, stop right there because that move could end up costing you far more than it saves. This is one of the biggest financial mistakes retirees are at risk of making right now, and by the end of this video you'll know exactly why rushing your claim is the wrong answer. Let's start with the fear itself. There's been a lot of talk about Social Security potentially cutting benefits by around 22% in the coming years if nothing changes. And yes, that number is real. It comes from current program projections. But here's the thing almost nobody mentions. A cut of that size is technically possible, but it isn't likely. Lawmakers know just how important this program is to tens of millions of seniors, and slashing benefits by nearly a quarter would create an enormous political backlash. So there's every incentive for Washington to step in before that happens. There are realistic paths to fully funding the program for decades without cutting anyone's checks, things like adjusting payroll taxes on workers. We don't know exactly what reform will look like yet, but the point is, panic-driven decisions based on a worst-case scenario that probably won't happen can do real damage to your retirement. So what happens if you claim early anyway, just to be safe? Here's where it gets painful. If you claim Social Security the moment you turn 62, you are locking in a permanent 30% reduction to your benefit. That's not a possible future cut. That's a guaranteed one, happening right now because the Social Security Administration reduces your monthly payment for every month you claim before your full retirement age, which is 67 for most people today. And this reduction typically follows you for life. So in trying to avoid a hypothetical future cut, you could end up accepting a bigger, permanent one immediately. For most people with an average or above average life expectancy, that trade-off just doesn't make sense. Now, that doesn't mean claiming early is always the wrong choice for everyone. If you genuinely can't cover your basic expenses without the income, claiming sooner can be the right call. Some people with shorter life expectancies also choose to claim early so they get more money while they're able to enjoy it. And others skip claiming altogether for a while because they want their spouse or family to receive a higher survivor benefit down the road. The bigger takeaway here is this. Your claiming decision should be based on your health, your finances, and your life expectancy, not on fear of a policy change that hasn't happened and probably won't happen the way people assume. Base your plan on the rules as they exist today. If Washington does eventually announce reforms, you'll have the chance to adjust then. Making an irreversible decision, now based on speculation, is how people end up locking in decades of smaller checks for no good reason. If this helped clear up the confusion around Social Security and early claiming, do yourself a favor and subscribe because we break down retirement and money decisions like this every week, and you don't want to miss the next one.